2.
That's good.
No, I think he knew what voice did. Like, Eidolon plus voice makes him pace out himself kind of in a weird way. Really want to draw a chord here so we can chord for missionary.
Yep.
At least 8 power worth of guys closes quickly. If he can kill us here, he should have killed us. Yeah, okay, so he can kill us here. He just messed up and should have killed us. Like, if we would have drawn Chord of Calling, we would have been able to punish him for this, but you never get to punish the bad burn players. That's unfortunate.
Yep. That's ridiculous.
Alright. Sporting our good cards. Maybe some bad cards.
What we have to.
Yeah.
Eidolon's not great. Those aren't great. That's not great.
I'll take the 4.
Scavenging ooze.
Fuck that card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Such a good card. Shred that.
At least not getting the land back didn't bite us.
Got there.
So it's a little victories, right?
That was a brutal 2 turns over there.
Good.
I had to walk away.
I didn't badmouth our opponent. I didn't call him any names. I said he made a poor line and we were unable to punish him for taking a suboptimal play. That's not badmouthing your opponent. Like I point out when I make mistakes here, and pointing out when your opponent makes mistakes is part of how you get better Magic. Like it's not like he can hear us. Like
You're still a jerk.
I mean, you're not.
He's ghosting you.
You're not
He's
wrong.
ghosting you.
If he's ghosting me, then he heard me, and that's great. But he should have had a stop during our upkeep and skullcrack me during our upkeep, because if I would have had a chord, we would have punished his skullcrack play when he tried to kill us there. And we likely would have been able to win the game. Like, we would have gone to 3, and then we would have only had to fade 1 draw step from him. So it's not bad-mouthing our opponent, like, you know. Yeah, weather permitting, I will be in Indy, where it's the time of year where we could still have like just a pile of snow dumped on us, so we'll see.
6.
I think we just lead on Sacred Foundry tapped here. That means we can't path a turn 1 haste guy, but I think I just want to get the Shockland untapped and to raise a Ridge Thicket.
Need to cast a forecasting artifact.
Damnation was. Yeah, that card.
Okay. Choosy forms. Oh, the board. You do what you do, and I'll do what I try to do, and we'll see if I'm doing enough. I don't know that I am.
Good burn players, yeah.
All that comes in.
So these cards seem okay.
We're playing 61 cards pre-board, so you can't board out an extra card.
One of them.
Some of them don't.
What about you? Oh, that felt good. This is a nice one.
Play voice here. Get a red source with this. Hit an untap red source next turn. Get to start kicking voice and close the game out. Mezzin, that's not true. Lots of really good players play Burn. Burn's like a tier 1 deck in Modern. Like, it's a very reasonable choice.
Burn is fucking great.
I would be
Don't play it.
I would be very surprised if there are no Burn decks in the top 8 of the Pro Tour.
I would put the millions of dollars if there will be one.
Millions. Millions.
This deck is too good to be held down.
There might be an affinity list.
Probably. Deck always performs.
It always top 8s.
Always doesn't care. Oh, you're so fast. Don't care still.
Burn's really good at punishing people that stumble, and that's it's a great place to be.
When people mulligan against me yesterday, I was just like, well, we'll lose now. You're gonna beat me with 7
Stomping Ground. We don't hit the untapped red source for Kiki. We're gonna chord for let's say we're gonna chord for Lone Missionary, but play Courser, try and gain some life sounds. More fun. We're lucky. That's fine.
That is totally fair.
Alright. Laser game's looking okay. We have to chord for Missionary next turn if we want. Opponent declined to get Mountain off of the path. Huh, that's true. Maybe he bumped the wrong button like I did with the Witness earlier. Either that or all three of his other mountains are in his hand.
Address, I'm gonna cycle it out because I'm.
He just said he misclicked in chat.
I just don't want to find it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I won 2 games.
Yep.
Almost won 1 game.
Yep.
And most
Those
of the
were
rest of the
pretty close.
games, I don't know about that. They were close to me not dying. And
Okay.
close to me not dying is not
It's
the
not
same
the same
as
as you
close
close
to
to
winning.
winning. Yeah.
Close to me not dying means that you've got several turns to finish me off with anything.
Sure.
Which in
Alright,
Magic is
there's 1 point of
yeah,
life.
yeah.
Will Jund remain tier 1? I mean, Jund does Jundy things, but I don't know. Like,
when
Jund
Vegas
losing
and
one of its better
Championship
matchups in the
and
format
they've
isn't good
got
for it.
nothing.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you got? Fucking
Ornithopter.
yeah.
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 Bunch of random garbage.
Well, the Ornithopter can actually.
drums.
The zeros can actually end up getting in like 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Should be like attack.
You gotta-
Activate the thing.
Sure.
So we're gonna do is game freeze.
Yeah.
Game
Nothing wrong
freeze
with
is loser goes first. Because game 2 will happen, right?
Yeah.
And then game 3 will probably have to happen.
Yeah.
And then since, yeah, loser goes first is a rough approximation of what game 3 looks like.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, I think not only is Sin Collector kind of slow in these matchups, but you have to shock yourself a lot of the time to like fetch Overgrown Tomb to play it. And if you shock yourself and then like on the off chance to like have a handful of creatures or like you miss because they got like land creature left, like it just feels really miserable. So I feel like the downside isn't worth the upside with Sin Collector.
Cast it.
Yep. Yep.
The mana in this hand is going to hurt us a lot, is the problem with it. Like, we need double green, so I probably have to fetch Temple Garden on 1 and DeForest on 2, so that means our lands are dealing 4 to us. That being said, Forge Tender's pretty good and Courser's pretty good, so I guess I'll keep. Can't have Helix in every hand. Alright, you know, Helix. Helix makes me feel better about fetching for Temple Garden on 1 here, though.
No cuts.
And Burrington Forge Tender is effectively a removal spell because it just gets to block his guys indefinitely.
Sure.
Temple Garden tapped isn't right because putting Forge Tender into play saves us 2 points of life on this Goblin Guide attack.
So we take 4.
14.
That's a pretty good start. That being said, our start's pretty good as well, so.
Sure.
We're going to have turn 1 Forge Tender, turn 2 Helix, turn 3 Courser.
1.
Yeah.
So, Mountain, Helix your guy, go. Back to 15.
2.
Yep.
3. Tap that to make it.
We got this counter spell just sitting on the table.
Yep.
Forget about it.
Yep.
Find out.
So if you get another 3-point spell, we go to 7 on this attack. Blocking the Swift Spear because it could have more damage than what the Goblin Guide has. So then I'm going to 9 to fetch Exiled Riftbolt. That's not great. Wall of Omens is okay. I guess I could hit Wall into Bird, and that would be good.
Doesn't matter.
And then I don't risk my Courser dying. Okay, I like that. And now the upside is I get to fetch a Shockland tapped here.
Yep. Yep.
So this Wooded Foothills is going to get a Stomping Ground for us. We're going to 7 here. I don't think we can die this turn. Resto on top. Don't really want to draw that.
Yeah.
We get Skull Cracked here. That would be pretty savage. Because Skull Crack
Yep.
prevents prevention from saving our guy.
And you know this too. So
Okay, that worked out. We're gonna fetch Stomping Ground here, Searing Blood, target the wall. Prevent. Okay, so we're gonna Forge Tender that because it saves the wall and us damage. So that's the best that card's getting for sure. Like Searing Blaze would be the only possible better outcome there.
relative strength.
I think we snap off the block on the Courser here, with the Courser here. Could just die this turn. Okay, no attack is great for us. Land on top. Land on top. If there's not a land on top, I'm going to Resto main phase, blink the wall, draw a card. You gonna crack us during our upkeep? Sure. Oh, we have this Chord. He's cracking us during our upkeep. I guess I'm going to Chord for Missionary here. So we're going to go to 8.
That's 20 again. That's getting close.
This is like this is me close to winning.
Yeah.
Before it was me close to not dying.
So we don't gain a life from that one,
Attack,
but
doesn't matter,
Well,
at least get to draw it.
Oh, I
two
can
and
turn both of
one,
these.
yeah. It's gonna get worse.
Killing the Lone Missionary, sure. There's an Eternal Witness on top of my deck, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, each their own. Gain 1 life. This Lone Missionary is it's definitely, I don't know if I wanted I think I wanted the main deck after what I've seen today.
Correct.
It's really good.
So I think I
Just
have
like gain 4 life again.
Yeah, you can drive.
Okay. We'll draw.
Let's crack this fetch.
Why did he do that?
Get a basic force because he knew we had Resto in hand.
Oh, that's
It
right.
was just
yeah.
like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. He was screwed either way.
Here comes the swingsies. Block him.
Yeah.
Who wants to Kiki Lone Missionary? That sounds fun, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is it one?
He only drew 2 lands, and we're still at 12 life.
Oh,
It
that's
feels so good.
Nothing yet. Next.
Peace, eh?
This is not that chat. This is not going well. GG's. All right, GG's opponent. Good beats.
40 points.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for hanging out tonight, folks. I really appreciate all the new follows. We picked up almost 100 new people. Remember to hit that follow button if you like Constructed Magic, play a lot of Modern. If you're looking for the chord primer that I've written, it'll get published later this week, hopefully by Thursday. I can